What's up, everybody? It's your man's KJ the Great dropping another edition of All Sports Media TV. But first, I want to say, I hope and pray everything is great your way. Now, we about to talk about it. All right, y'all. So we switching to the sport of women's boxing and MMA. So as y'all know, I always got to start it off with check women's sports, keep women's sports. Now let's get into it. Today we are talking about none other than the silent assassin Savannah Marshall. She is set to make her PFL MMA Europe debut this June 8th. No name on the opponent just yet, but I did see some training videos. She looked decent, for a boxer becoming an MMA fighter. I seen her throwing some knees. She was throwing some kicks. Um, did see her do like a little bit of groundwork, but not much that was significant for me to jump and be like, yo, she gonna be dangerous out there. Nothing. It looked, pretty amateurish, but nonetheless, I thought it was okay. If y'all don't know, or those of you who've been living under a rock, man, this woman is 13 wins, no one loss, no draw, with 10 wins by way of knockout. The one loss she suffered to Claressa T-Rex the quote Shields by unanimous decision, pretty much in her own backyard. But her first fight back from that was for the undisputed super middleweight titles against Franchon Cruz Dezern. She won that fight by majority decision. It was kind of a tough, rough, rugged fight because you know how Franchon Cruz's style is. She likes to come forward, throw big punches, and maul you, and just kind of smother you a little bit or a lot, throughout the fight. But it was a good showing for her. Now she did end up hurting her hand, and she had to get hand surgery, which kept her from facing her mandatory, who is Shadesha Green, the Sweet Terminator, at the time for the WBC strap. So she was stripped of the WBC strap, which saw Shadesha Green and Franchon Cruz square off for that title, and Franchon Cruz ended up winning that title along with the interim WBA title. Um, so now Franchon Cruz is definitely looking to get back at 168 super middleweight in the women's division, but we don't know when that is going to happen. Now, the with the PFL, the CEO of the PFL did say that at some point he wants to try to make a match between Claressa Shields and Savannah Marshall inside the PFL smart cage, kind of, hinging that type of thing from boxing to MMA. A lot of people remember from the amateurs where Savannah Marshall got a points decision over Claressa Shields. In my opinion, I saw the video. She lost that fight, but we're not going to talk about that right now. She got that, and Ben Shalom, her promoter, and her trainer at the Peter Ferry, they all were real big on that for some reason. They were, she beat you once, she can beat you again. She's already beat you before, so it's really 1-0, blah blah blah. No. It was really 1-0 for the amateurs and 0-0 for the pros, because we don't keep track of the amateurs and the pros. What happens in the amateurs, it stays in the amateurs. What happens in the pros, everybody in the world is going to remember that. But yeah, she's a 2 division champion in boxing. She was the WBO champion at middleweight, undisputed at super middleweight. Um, this fight is said to take place. It's going to take place in Newcastle over there. So you'll get a lot of her hometown fans will get to see her out there. Um, like I said, though, there's no word on who's going to be her opponent, but I need you guys to understand something, man. A lot of you guys who are big on these women boxers, or MMA fans who are tough on these women boxers or boxers period, when they go to the MMA, expecting them to fight the best MMA fighters in their first few fights, man. Come on. It's just like when y'all tell us to stop expecting Jake Paul to fight the best fighters. Me personally, I don't think Jake Paul should fight the best fighters. I think he should fight fighters who are active and living the boxing life and who are, in the sport. And I say the same goes for the likes of Clarissa Shields, Amanda Serrano, um, in Savannah Marshall. Fight somebody who's 0-0, somebody who may be 0-2. Get your feet wet, just like everybody does with any sport when they're it's their first time out there. You're never going to come in and just fight the best. It's not like Holly Holm coming from boxing to MMA and getting several wins under her belt and then knocking out Ronda Rousey. It don't work like that. You got to progress. And with Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall, they're active boxers. Same as Amanda Serrano, they're active boxers. So their progression is going to be a little bit slower than the average MMA fighter. They're not going to progress at the same rate that somebody who's 100% all MMA is going to progress, and that's okay. So that being said, man, what do y'all think, man? What do y'all think about boxers going to MMA? Y'all think it's pretty cool? You think, like Clarissa Shields said, there's not many challenges out there for? You think this is a good deal? You think this is something that needs to be stopped? Let me know in the comment section, man. I thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button. Peace.